I love woodworking. That's it. Damn. But I hate driving. Well, let me rephrase that. I hate driving in traffic. And Boise, Idaho, with all of these people that have moved in over the last 3 or 4 years, has outgrown its traffic, what's the word? The streets and shit. It sucks. Yeah, I mean, going 10 miles used to take you maybe 15, 20 minutes, you know, in the city or even out of the city, headed to wherever. But now it's only, 22 miles, I think, to my folks' place, which is where I'm going right now, to help my dad put some stuff back up on his shelves. But it takes me almost an hour to get there. And it's not even frickin' rush hour. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, I guess it's 4 o'clock. But it doesn't matter as far as time goes. Hell, you could go at midnight and it'd still take you 45 minutes. I want to get out of this town. You know, I guess it's bad enough that because we live in town, that I got to deal with it even going to the gas station. You know, it really sucks. But that's all right. Okay, so here we go. We're doing a Truck Talk Monday, people. What are we going to talk about? We're going to play patty cake or what? No? Well, shit. Ruined my day. I wanted to play patty cake. All right, so what else? What are we talking about today then? We already talked about traffic and how it sucks. Okay, here we go. Here's one for you. Because some of my followers, I'm sure, live the good life, and they live in the country or at least out of town where they don't hear sirens all the time. And some of you may enjoy living in a city where you hear sirens and gunshots, and only gunshots I want to hear is me shooting at whatever I'm aiming at. But shit, it's getting bad here in Boise. But yeah, we live next to, we have a nice place, don't get me wrong. We live on just under an acre, huge backyard, a shop, big front yard. We have 2 dogs that are ours, one that's my son's, and we have plenty of room. And in our little area, we're kind of nestled back in where you don't see the main street. But so if you could, let me know where you live. You don't have to say like, I live in Nampa, Idaho. No, like, you live in the country, you live in the city. And if you live in one or the other, tell me what you like or dislike about it. And if you'd prefer to move to the other way, The wife and I, we are working on buying some property, still here in Idaho, but outside of any major cities. And so we're working on it, get some acreage where we can have some animals and keep our chickens and maybe get some goats and some cows. I've got working dogs. I got a border collie and an Australian shepherd. The Australian shepherd, man, she's scared of her own shadow, but she'll lick you to death and she'll bite your feet off if you're playing with her. But you get her next to a cow, holy cow, man, or cowgirl or woman, whatever. Yeah, she's gone. But now on the other hand, my border collie, Lilo is her name, she tries to herd the chickens. She herds the other two dogs. Hell, she herds myself and the wife. And she definitely got the instinct, because she was not born on a ranch. She was born in the city. And I have a good buddy that owns a bunch of cows, and whenever I go to help him do the branding or the, whatever, first place she jumps out of the pickup, she runs to the cows, man. She is on it, and she will do whatever you tell her to. You tell her, bring me the cow, she'll round up one and bring it to you. And she's never done that professionally. It's really kind of odd, but I love it. So we're gonna have to get some cows, probably get a couple of horses, and space enough we can have a big garden. The wife loves to garden, and I love to eat the groceries. That's what I call it. When she forgets or something that she's got to water our little garden we've got right now, I always say, hey babe, we're gonna go water the groceries. She laughs and laughs. But anyway, so if you could do me a huge favor and just tell me what you like. If you like the city, cool. If you don't, cool. If you want to move, tell me. Let's get to chatting here. All right, guys. Well, I guess my time's up for now. I will let you go, and you guys have a wonderful rest of your Monday. And we'll holler at you probably tomorrow when I have that little cool new toy that I got that follows this ugly mug around. All right, guys. Peace. Woo woo.